Welcome back, everybody. My name is Silent Knight, and it's time for our Philadelphia Eagles franchise. It's time for the best thing in sports, the playoffs. We travel to Seattle this week to, of course, take on the Seattle Seahawks. Our game with them earlier this season went down to the absolute wire. We took a tough loss in the fourth quarter. The biggest difference between now and then? Seattle has a healthy Russell Wilson. In the earlier matchup this season, Austin Davis started for the Seahawks, and he absolutely carved up our defense. We were able to stick with him until the very end. It's time for playoff football. Let's get it on. We're a fresh seed here in the NFC playoffs, whereas the Seahawks seem to basically live here. Year in and year out, they're always banging for a spot come February. Tyler Lockett receives a kickoff and takes it out to the 28-yard line. Russell Wilson on the season, 68% completion percentage, just over 2,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Don't forget, he did have a lengthy injury. This Eagle defense really struggles against the run and definitely mobile quarterbacks. Let's see what happens today, boys. Thomas Rawls gets the carry, takes it left side. He's brought down by Jordan Hicks. A gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 from the 36-yard line. Handoff again to Rawls. Takes it right side. Gets him to the second level. Fletcher Cox brings him down. But it seems he had a little assistance. They call a 15-yard face mask penalty. Not the way the Eagles wanted to start out this game. Seattle already has the ball at the 38-yard line. Handoff goes to Rawls up the middle. He's met by Brandon Graham. And stripped! Fumble! Eagles have the ball recovered by Nigel Bradham. An incredible strip tackle here. Brandon Graham just put his hand out and said, yoink, I'm taking this. Eagles are, of course, led by Carson Wentz, making his first career playoff appearance. Eagles have the ball 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Handoff goes to Blund, who gets just a couple. Call it 2. Following an incompletion makes it 3rd and 7. Wentz drops back. He finds Mac Hollins, and Hollins gets drilled by a linebacker. Eagles would punt. Russell Wilson takes over from the 17-yard line. He finds Brandon Graham, who drops it. He was run into by Malcolm Jenkins. The contact must have jarred the ball loose. 2nd and 10, Russell drops back. A little bit of time. He finds Brandon Graham again. He made the reception this time. Gain of 9, making a short 3rd and 1. Wilson drops back from the shotgun. He scrambles. He's got a little pocket on the right side. Spins out a defender. He takes it across midfield. It's up to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, and he's finally brought down by Rodney McLeod. A 51-yard rush for Russell Wilson. Seattle has the ball at the 23-yard line. He finds Graham again. A gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Wilson fakes handoff to Rawls. Cox gets through and gets a sack, but again, they're going to call another face mask. Fletcher Cox has 2 face mask penalties here in the first 7 minutes of the game. This Eagles defense has got to get their act together. First down Seahawks from the 15-yard line. Play action. Wilson has to the left. He finds Gronkowski, the fullback version. Not big Gronk, but this is, decent-sized Gronk. 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wilson takes it from the shotgun. He misfires. Makes it 3rd and 5. Incomplete pass for Seattle. Wilson again standing in the shotgun. He's dropping back. Pocket's pretty clean. Not really much pressure. He finds Jimmy Graham in the end zone for 7. Touchdown Seattle. They have a 7-0 lead over this Eagles in the Battle of the Birds. Jimmy just sauntered past his defender. Made an extendo grab catch for 7. Eagles take over. Wentz fumbles and is recovered by Lane Johnson. Pressure got there a little bit too quick for Wentz. He was not expecting that. Granted, he's been sacked like 50 sometimes this season, so I don't really think he has a great sense of pressure ever. So 3rd and 19 from the 14-yard line. Wentz drops back, and he gets sacked again. No, it looks like he got rid of it. An incomplete pass, but Seattle will take over from the 44-yard line following a punt. Russell Wilson again takes it from a shotgun. He scrambles out right side, spins a man out of his shoes, and fumbles it. He got strip tackled by Brandon Graham again. Fletcher Cox with the recovery at the 45-yard line. What a crazy turn of events here. A very sloppy beginning to this game here in Seattle. Russell Wilson out here looking like a track star. Spins Jordan Hicks out of his shoes and then gets strip tackled by Brandon Graham. What a crazy play. Handoff on the play goes to LeGarrette Blount. Takes up the middle for 3. Eagles seem to have come out slightly lethargic. Not much going on so far with this offense. Defense has given up a ton of yards and plays as well. Without those 2 turnovers, I don't even know where this game would be right now. 3rd and inches, handoff goes to Blount, takes it left side, and he fumbles it as well! Cam Chancellor dropped a boom and then recovered it himself. He gets driven out of bounds by Wentz. This is madness. This is the kind of beginnings you get when 2 very solid teams have very sloppy games. Russell scrambles again up to the 30, 25, throws a man out of the way, and he's gone. 5 and end zone. Russell Wilson with a 40-plus yard scramble. 14-0 Seahawks. Call it 36 yards on the scramble. Eagles take over from the 23-yard line, down 14 in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Smallwood. He gets about 4 on the play. Making it a 3rd and 6 situation. Wentz drops back. He sees Mac Hollins, and Hollins makes a grab. But he goes backwards, and he does not get enough for the first down. They can only call it 2 yards. 4th and 4, Eagles would punt. Back to Seattle. They take over at the 37-yard line. Handoff goes to Rawls, takes it right side. Brandon Graham is all over the place making plays this far. 2nd and 12, Russell drops back. He finds Gronkowski again up to the 40, 35-30. Stiff arms in the air and gets driven out at the 25-yard line. That is, of course, fullback Glenn Gronkowski. Wilson drops back and he finds Paul Richardson out of bounds. Gain of 11, first down Seattle up here in the red zone. Eagles are in a quarter defense for some reason. Handoff on the play goes to Lacey, who gets 9 on the play. Call it 8. 2nd and 2. Lacey gets to carry again, takes it left side, and it gets stopped there. Gain of only just 1 on the play. Seattle has the ball, 3rd and 1 from the 5-yard line. Wilson drops back, scrambles outside to the left, and throws it out of bounds before he's driven to the turf by Michael Kendricks. Eagles take over, down 17 following the Seattle field goal. Wentz finds Nelson Aguilar, gain of, I believe, 9, and that is the end of the first quarter. The Philadelphia Eagles have a lot of work to do. This is not a team you want to trail to. Very high-powered offense and an incredibly stout defense. The Eagles have their work cut out for them. 2nd and 8 pass goes to Zach Ertz, who makes his way up for a gain of 9. First down from the 40, Wentz drops back. He's looking for Jeffrey, and he finds him up at the 41-yard line. Gain of 19 on the play. Wentz drops back. He hands off to Wendell Smallwood. Gains just a couple. 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Play action to Blunt. Wentz drops back. He's looking for Aguilar, and he gets him up at the 20-yard line. Gain of, I think, 18 on that one. 1st and 10 inside the red zone from the 19. Wentz lofts it up and is knocked away. Intended for Ertz. Wentz on the day, 7 for 12 this far. 2nd down, Eagles in the I formation. Handoff on the play goes to Blunt, who takes it left side, trucks the air, makes one man miss, gets dropped down at the 14-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Blunt has 4 carries this far. 3rd and 5. Wentz looks and he finds Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. We're only down 10 now. Still a long way to come back, but 1 + 1 = 2, man. You got to keep it, lighten it up. Good play there by Jeffrey to get past Earl Thomas. Seattle takes over from the 28-yard line. Handoff on the play goes to Rawls. Jukes for no reason. It gets dropped down. 2nd down. Nice little stop there, Philly. Maybe we have a little bit of momentum going on. Screen pass to Rawls. Takes it right side. Spins, and he gets dropped down by Malcolm Jenkins. Making it 3rd and 3 from the 36-yard line. Just under 9.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Wilson scrambles out right side. A little bit of time. He scrambles past the first down marker, and he gets dropped down by Ronald Darby. And I think there may have been there is another face mask penalty. That's 3 so far in the first 20 minutes of this game. Eagles really have to get their emotions under check. After the flag, it gives Seattle the ball at the 33-yard line. Wilson drops back. He finds his receiver on the outside and just Rawls again. Up to the 24-yard line, just short of the first down marker. Wilson a very efficient 8 of 11 so far on the day. Handoff goes to Lacey, who gets the first down and then some. Eagles look aggressive, continuing to try for strips. I mean, it's already worked twice, so why not continue? Handoff on the play goes to Rawls. It was a pitch, took it right side. Gain of just a handful, call it 1. Coach Doug Peterson on the sidelines, hoping that this Eagles defense can sure up before they give up any more points. Handoff on the play goes to Rawls, who shoves Brandon Graham out of the way. Stays in bounds for a little bit, call it 4 more yards. 3rd and 4 from the 11-yard line. Wilson drops back, he's getting pursued, and he jukes and gets upended on the play. Tackle made by Jalen Mills. Seattle settled for a field goal. Eagles are down 13, 20-7. 2nd and 5, Eagles have the ball from the 33. Wentz drops back, almost intercepted, just poked out of the sky there by the Seattle defender. 3rd and 5, Wentz drops back, scrambles right side. He's got nothing but daylight in front of him, 40, 45, 50. He says, Russ, I see what you can do. I can do it not as good, but do it solid enough, I suppose. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Delayed handoff goes to Pumphrey Jr. for no gain. Eagles trying to get a little bit more explosive plays here on the ground. Blunt kind of being neutralized with the big deficit. 2nd and 11, Wentz passes the ball to Smallwood, who's really caught a bunch of passes here in the last few weeks as the Eagles go to a more running back-focused approach. 1st down, Eagles have the ball at the 32-yard line, kind of marching a little bit. Pass and play goes to Ertz, stays in bounds, gain of 15, moving the ball just a little bit. 1st and 10 from the 17, finds Jeffrey, who gets stopped at the 12-yard line. Last play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5, handoff on the play, no play action. Wentz looking for, and almost intercepted. He was looking for Selleck on the play. 3rd and 5, Eagles need something here. Wentz drops back, he's intercepted! He didn't see that linebacker break and cover Hollins right in front of him. That is absolutely the worst case scenario that could have happened there for this Eagle team. Started with it getting a little momentum, and it just died out with that one play. Eagles trail 20-7. Seattle has the ball here at the 13-yard line. 1st down. Let's see if Russ can be magic once again. Russ scrambles up the middle. He takes it. He jukes the defender out of the way. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And he's going almost the distance. He's dropped down to the 39-yard line by a couple Eagles safety members. 6 for 170 yards on the day for Russ on the ground. Little screen pass outside to Rawls. Takes it out of bounds at the 23-yard line. There was an injury, and it is Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox will miss the rest of the game with a dislocated shoulder. Wilson scrambles right side, jukes Brandon Graham out, and Hicks. An entire Eagles defense, the entire front seven specifically, is having a world of trouble trying to keep Russell Wilson inside the pocket and even better on the ground. Pass play goes to Paul Richardson, and he fumbles it at the goal line. He tried to extend, and he ran right into Ronald Darby. The ball came loose. I don't know why this wasn't reviewed, but if you look here at super slow motion, it looks like it kind of breaks the plane, but then just goes behind Darby's arms. I don't know if when they were looking at replays, they decided it was too close to call and just decided not to review it. But anyway, Eagles have the ball here at the 12-yard line following the disastrous loss on the play, an 8-yard sack. They got 2 yards back on the next play. Wentz takes the next snap from shotgun. He gets buried again. Wentz's pocket presence here is terrible. Downfield, nothing is open. There's zero separation. Wentz is just getting beat to an absolute pulp. Seattle took a timeout trying to get the ball back, and they do with 23 seconds left in the first half. They have the ball at the 35-yard line following a not-so-great punt. Wilson scrambles up a little bit, breaks a little bit of time, and finds Doug Baldwin at the 11-yard line. Again from the shotgun from the 11-yard line, Wilson misses his mark. Incomplete pass. Make it 2nd and down, 13 seconds to go. Wilson extends up and looks for Jimmy Graham, but he could not get both feet in bounds. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 10. Wilson gets upended on the play by Brandon Graham. He's making plays everywhere. And that play there, that sack, that ended the first quarter. I'm sorry, that ended the second quarter and it ended the half. Eagles going to halftime down 13. Getting absolutely demolished here in every category. And especially Hart. Looks like they didn't come to play this week, boys. Handoff on the play to Blunt. Gets nothing. Making 2nd and 10. Play action to Blunt. Wentz drops back. He's looking up top for Nelson Aguilar. And just out of reach. That would have been possibly what ignited this offense. 3rd and 10. Wentz finds Ertz for a 1st down. He fumbles it. He got hit and just completely dropped it. He must have forgotten he was playing football. Look at him here. He knows that was a big play. He feels terrible about it. He can't even stand up. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Pitch outside goes to Rawls, who stays in bounds and gets upended by Destiny Vallejo. 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Seattle lives on our side of the field this game. Russell takes it up for 2. 8 for 166 and a touchdown today for Russell Wilson. He finds Eddie Lacy outside, who gets the 1st down, pushes one man down. Gain of 7. Following an incomplete pass, it is 2nd and 10. Delayed handoff goes to Rawls, takes it left side, and gets dropped down by Rodney McLeod Jr. He's been quiet ever since the early part of the season. 3rd and 11 here from the 16-yard line in the red zone. Russell has time for days. He finds Eddie Lacy on a little backwards pass. Lacy gets just a couple as Patrick Robinson brings him down. Call it 0-yard gain on the play. Following another Seattle field goal, Eagles take over down 16. Handoff on the play goes to Blunt, who's rumbling a little bit. Got 12 yards on that. 6 for 30 for the big fella. Wentz drops back, finds nothing as he hit Ertz in the back of the head. 2nd and 10, Wentz pump fakes, and he finds Zach Ertz just for a couple as he's met instantly. 3rd and 6 for this Eagle offense. Wentz looks and he finds Wendell Smallwood. No, he dropped it. Eagles are going for it on 4th down, 4th and 6. Wentz drops back. Pocket's okay, and he's almost intercepted. Seattle will take over here at the 43-yard line. Eagles had to try and do that to get something going. I don't disagree with that call. Rawls has it here on 1st down, gets about 14. 10 for 37 on the day so far for Thomas Rawls. Wilson up here at the 29-yard line. Handoff on the play goes to Rawls one more time. He's met, continues to churn the legs, and is finally dropped down after a gain of 5. Wilson takes a snap in the shotgun. He scrambles up, makes one man miss. Looks like he's heading in. 5, 3, and is strip sacked there by a combination of Ronald Darby and Jordan Hicks. Darby was going for the strip, and Jordan Hicks just dropped his shoulder, played the boom. The ball came loose. Eagles take over the 2-yard line. A huge break there, possibly. 1st down handoff goes to Blunt. Gain of 3, making it 2nd and 7. Another handoff to Blunt. Gets just a couple. Starting to churn a little burn. 3rd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Wentz finds Wendell Smallwood, and it looks like they're not going to give him any forward progress. They're not. It's 4th and 2 from the 10-yard line. Obviously, they can't go for it that far back. Seattle takes over at the 45-yard line. Russell Wilson finds Doug Baldwin for 6 yards, making it 2nd and 4. A big gain here for Thomas Rawls on 2nd down, and another fumble, but Seattle unfortunately recovers it. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Handoff on the play goes to Thomas Rawls, takes it to the left side, spins out a defender, and is dropped down from behind by Jordan Hicks. 3rd and 6, Doug Baldwin in the slot, Eddie Lacy, the halfback. Handoff on the play, no play action. Russell scrambles outside. He's got a little bit of time, spins out one, and is dropped down by Brandon Graham. Seattle brings on their field goal unit to attempt a 34-yard field goal. It's a fake! Austin Davis, the quarterback who shredded us in our matchup earlier this season, broke our possible hearts. Possibly broke our hearts. I can't even speak. 1st down Seattle, following a fake field goal when you're already up 16. You savages. Touchdown to Jimmy Graham with the toe tap. That was a huge swing there. The possible point differential that happened, that's a heartbreaker. 2nd and 10, Wentz finds Wendell Smallwood for a gain of, call it 14. Eagles are down 23. Wentz scrambles left side, stays behind the line of scrimmage, and still gets brought down. 2nd and 10, Wentz in the shotgun. Play action to Mac Hollins. Interesting. Wentz looks up top deep for Jeffrey, and is bobbled and knocked away by a defender. Wentz 17 for 31 on the day, through the air. 3rd and 10 pass falls to the turf. This is a rough game these Eagles are playing here. 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Seattle takes over from the 32-yard line. Thomas Rawls gets the handoff, takes the right side, and that will end the 3rd quarter. Eddie Lacy, the halfback, as Richardson goes in motion. Handoff does go to Lacy. Lacy takes the right side, makes one man miss, two men miss, and he gets the 1st down and then some up to the 47-yard line. A gain of 15. Rawls in the game again as Seattle just continues to be content, milking the clock. 15 for 63 so far for Rawls. 2nd and 7 from the 50, standing right on top of the logo. Rawls gets to carry one more time. No, slow motion. And he gets dropped down for a loss of 1. Wilson takes a snap from the shotgun. He scrambles outside, cuts back, scrambles all over the place. Don't know what's going on here. He gets the 1st down, and he somehow drop kicks Jalen Mills out of bounds. Jalen Mills went absolutely flying. Check out the replay again. It's kind of funny. Handoff on the play goes to Thomas Rawls. 1st down, and he gets it up to the 25-yard line for a gain of 6, making it 2nd and 5. Handoff on the play again, Thomas Rawls. This man's getting a beating today. 18 carries so far through just over 3 quarters. 3rd and 7, Russell Wilson drops back. He finds a wide open receiver who does not hang on to it. They kick a field goal. Eagles are down 26. Little screen pass there to Pumphrey Jr., and Sherman was all over it. He says, not here. I saw what you did against the Cowboys last week. Nuh-uh. 3rd and 17, Wentz drops back, heaves it up for Jeffrey, and is intercepted. Intercepted by Deshaun Shedd at the 45, 40, 50-yard line. He's continuing to move. He finally gets dropped down on the play by Pumphrey Jr. That was awesome. Sometimes you just got to give credit where it's due. That was a tipped ball and an incredible catch there by Shedd. Wilson play action. It gets dropped down by Nathan Jerry. And Jerry gets flagged for a face mask. I think that's our 4th one of the game so far. Emotions are starting to rise high here. Handoff on the play again goes to Thomas Rawls, who takes the right side, gets met by Nathan Jerry, and there's another flag. Nathan Jerry somehow had back-to-back face mask penalties. This team's really got to get it under control. These offensive and defensive coordinators do not have anything going on. And another face mask penalty, this time on Michael Kendricks. I think in this offseason coming up, because it looks like we're going to go there because we're down 26, we're going to be looking at new offensive and defensive coordinators. I think Peterson's done enough to keep his job, but the coordinators on both sides of the ball, I don't know if they're going to last. Touchdown Seattle. We're down 33. Handoff on the play goes to Smallwood, takes it left side, gains just 2. Eagles start to run a little no huddle here. 3rd and 11, Wentz scrambles outside, looks up deep for Jeffrey, and he comes down with it. That reception puts the Eagles at the 10-yard line. That was a 65-yard pass play. I think on that one pass, they might have equaled out all the rest of the yards in the whole game. Pass on the play goes to Jeffrey and is knocked down. Under 6 minutes to go. Eagles are down 33. That is 5 possessions. Handoff on the play goes to Blunt. Makes one man miss into the end zone. Touchdown, LeGarrette Blunt. In what very well may be his last game as an Eagle. Celebrate that score, big boy. We would not be here without you. Eagles go for 2 to try to save Littleface. Pass goes to Mac Hollins, who comes down with it. Eagles are only down 25 now. It's manageable. Russell Wilson leads the Seahawks offense on the field again from the 28-yard line. Handoff on the play goes to Rawls, who gets upended. Drop down, 21 carries today for the Rollinator. Another carry, takes it left side. You can definitely tell he's getting tired under this immense workload. Lost 1 on that one. Eddie Lacy gets the carry, takes it left side, spins back across the field. He gets dropped down. Maybe Eagles have a little bit of momentum. Eagles have the ball with just over 4 minutes to go. Wentz shakes out 1 sack and gets sacked regardless. Loss of 6 on the play. Loss of 8. Sack on the play, his 3rd of the day. For Cliff Averill, makes it 2nd and 18. Wentz gets sacked once more by Cliff Averill and Michael Bennett. 3rd and 27 from the 8-yard line. Wentz scrambles from the end zone, heaves it up, is intercepted by Coleman. Coleman's going to waltz into the end zone on Wentz. Touchdown, Seattle. You can't really blame Wentz for that one. He was trying to make a play. Everything was covered. To be honest, didn't honestly even matter. Pass play goes to Pumphrey Jr. He fumbles it, but it goes out of bounds. Eagles still maintain possession here. 2nd and 9 from the 29 with 2:39 left to go in the game. Wentz gets hit again on a pass play, though. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 9. Setting up a screen pass to the left side. Pass goes to Corey Clement, who takes it and gets spine bustered down. Gain of 7. 4th and 3. Eagles have to go for it. No reason not to. Wentz scrambles outside to the right. Little bit of time. He heaves it up for Hollins, and it is knocked away. Eagles would turnover downs. Handoff on the play goes to Thomas Rawls, and that's a 2-minute warning. Eagles are down by 37. Seattle has the ball, 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line. Jimmy Graham goes in motion. Wilson from the shotgun. Handoff on the play goes to Thomas Rawls, who gets just about 5 on the play. 24 carries for the young fella. 3rd and 4. Handoff on the play goes to Lacy, who does not get the first down. He gets dropped down just short. Seattle will kick a field goal, and that would make it 50. That is 5-0 to 15. 1-5. Eagles back returning the kick. Gibson with the return, who gets decked and fumbles it. That is a touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. 57 to 15. Eagles offseason mode starts right now. One final handoff to LeGarrette Blunt, and that'll do it. That is the game. Eagles get absolutely demolished here and lose by 42 to the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are definitely the class of the NFC. They have talent all over the board. They've been here before. They know how to win. They know how to defend. They know how to play offense. And most of all, they know how to shut you down. This defense absolutely did not let anything get open. They completely shut us down. Even with the turnovers that we forced, they locked us down. Wentz may be having postseason jitters. This is his first time here. Most of the Eagles, this is their first time here, but this was painful to play. It was painful to commentate, and if you're still watching, you're my favorite person ever, because you watched the whole thing, even though it was an absolute slaughter. So, this was not, I didn't plan to lose. I wanted to win. like I said before, I don't care if I win the Super Bowl. I don't care if we're 0-16. I like to win. I prefer to win, but this game was rough. Russell Wilson absolutely took us apart. We played the Seahawks super tough in the first game this season, went to the absolute wire. But Russell Wilson was the difference maker. Even with all the turnovers that we forced and the fumbles that we were able to maintain, this was just a sloppy game, honestly, for both teams. The face mask thing, though, I got to get figured out. I've never seen that many face masks, and I think there was 6 total. 6 face masks is absolutely insane. That is a ton of free yards. That's 90 yards just on face masks. And it's not like the Seahawks needed any help, obviously. But, so comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this game. If you're still watching, you're seriously my hero. I wouldn't want to watch this game. I didn't like watching it to edit it or to commentate it or to play it. But what is the next step after a season? Well, of course, it is the off season. This is my first ever off season that I have coming up. My first ever YouTube off season. My first ever draft. First ever free agency that really matters. There's a lot of different pressure here when you're doing this online, live. It's fun. But I'm going to live stream the off season. One day early this week. It might be Monday, it might be Tuesday, Wednesday at the absolute latest, but probably either Monday or Tuesday for sure. I'm going to do the rest of the playoffs. That'll be simmed. We're going to do the draft, and we're going to do free agency. It'll be live streamed right here on YouTube. Hopefully a couple of you guys show up in the comments. It'll be fun doing it with you guys, getting your thoughts live, letting know what you think about the series, what I can do better, what we can do better. I am going to make it like a quote-unquote storyline. This team's offense could do better. I think a lot of it had to do with sliders earlier in the season, but I do want a different playbook. So we are going to be firing our offensive coordinator and possibly our defensive coordinator. We can improve a lot. We have a lot of talent on this team, a lot of young talent, a lot of good pieces in place, but there's some stuff that we're super weak on, especially depth. This team all season was absolutely ravaged by injuries. We just couldn't overcome the losses to a lot of positions. I mean, our kicker, we lost Torrey Smith, we lost Brandon Brooks was absolutely the biggest loss for us. We just had too much to overcome. And I'm so excited to be able to have my first off season coming up in just a couple days as you guys are watching this. Right now it's December 10th, so I'm hoping to live stream at least on the December 11th or December 12th. So here's the rest of the playoffs coming up. Ravens beat Broncos, the Vikings beat the Giants, the Steelers beat the Chiefs, Seattle obviously destroyed us. Next week's matchups, the Ravens versus the Titans, Seahawks versus Panthers, Steelers versus Patriots, and Cowboys versus Vikings. I'll see you guys real soon. Later.